So this week we have the three most important indicators of the health of the economy. They're how much the economy produces, the number of jobs in the economy, and the relationship of this economy with the rest of the world, how much we're paying out, how much we're getting in. So yesterday we hit jobs numbers and they were really grim. They showed that nearly 14,000 people, there were 14,000 fewer people at work in just a 3-month period. That was a big, even by the standards of the recession since 2009-10, that was a big decline. Across most sectors there was a decline, and there really is no area of the economy that's showing consistent jobs growth. So those figures were grim. Today we had two other sets of numbers. The balance of payments numbers were good. During the bubble period we ended up paying out a lot more to the rest of the world than we were taking in. That process has gone into reverse, and in the second quarter of this year we had the biggest ever balance of payments surplus. So in other words, we're paying back, we're earning more from the rest of the world, and that means we're able to pay down our external debts, of which there is a mountain. So the third part, and probably the most important, are what we call the national accounts. These are gross domestic product, GDP, and gross national product, GNP. Now this is a very confused picture today because these figures are increasingly distorted by multinational companies using on as a base for putting money, running money, doing their treasury functions. So this has made, it always makes these numbers difficult to interpret, and it makes them very volatile. That's been particularly the case in the numbers that came out today for the second quarter of the year. So it's perhaps best to look at the individual component parts of the national accounts sectorally, for example. So we have industry, services, the public sector, and if we look at all of those, the picture unfortunately shows an economy that is still in contraction mode. Only one sector, that's industry, grew on the quarter. Others were contracting. So we're seeing the domestic economy remains weak. Exports have been somewhat affected by the international downturn. So if we take the three things all together, jobs, output, and a relationship with the rest of the world, the first two are showing the economy really is still marred in the recession. The third shows that we are becoming more competitive, and at least the capacity to pay our way in the world is strengthening.